Trevor, you have to stop the digging.
But there must be something under the road. I've been at it for so long now.
The moles have moved on, Trevor. You need to give up. You're wasting your life on this.
I don't want to give up. There's got to be something. There has to be.
Oh, wait a minute. We're live.
Oh, hey, we are live. Oh, well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the All That in a Glass of Water podcast. I'm your host, Trevor.
I'm your other host, Lily.
And we have an actual branded water this week.
That's right. This water comes, this is Aquafina brand water, but I got this from someone very special. I got this from a special friend of mine.
Really? Tell us about this special friend, please.
I was last night being kept awake by restless leg syndrome. You know all about that coming from me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've talked about it on the show. Somebody please send help. I don't sleep ever. So I was up awake, and I was like, I'm gonna go do some viewing of something. So I went and found the BBC sci-fi anthology show Out of This World. Aired in the 1960s. There's only one surviving episode. And it's an adaptation of Isaac Asimov's sci-fi story from his anthology book, I, Robot, adapted into the 2004 Will Smith action film. And the story was called The Lost Little Robot. And it's about a little robot that gets lost. And I was watching this, and then I saw a heavenly light coming from my window. And I went and opened my window, and Isaac, as an angel, flew through, and I brought him here into the studio today, and also he gave me this water as a present.
Hello, it is me, Isaac Asimov. I write sci-fi stories. I try to be very creative. I like to write about the robots. Yes, robots.
Yeah, you've written so many great robot stories.
Robots, yes.
Isaac, could you tell us the three laws of robotics?
The first law of robotics is that robots can never have carbonated drinks. It will mess up their circuits.
That's right. That's the most important rule.
The second law of robotics is that robots cannot have actual real friends. They're not allowed to. They can. They have the ability. But they're not allowed to have friends.
Mandated to be antisocial.
Yes.
Just by the societal norm.
That's right.
That makes sense.
If you have any robot friends, you should shun them because they will eventually try and take you over. That is a fact. I don't care what they say.
That happens all the time in your sci-fi series foundation.
That is a cautionary tale. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not. And the third law of robotics is that robots can never, ever own a dog because dogs are a human invention and robots are not allowed to have them. They are man's best friend, not robot friend.
So can you, as you know in your story, The Lost Little Robot that you wrote, there's a person tells a robot to get lost, and the secret fourth law is that they have to obey human commands.
That is true, yes.
So it goes and gets lost, and then they have to find it through a series of experiments because it's hiding among other robots. What do you have to say about the fun robot that comes in, the dog walker, they called him? They said it's the dog walker, and he kind of got introduced like a supervillain.
Oh, well, yes, he is a supervillain. If robots get hold of dog, they will cause mass terror, yes? Because dog is very stupid and robot is very smart.
Yeah.
And so if robot gets a hold of dog, well, you do not want to see. Dog will attack human. Human will die.
Isaac, before we drink this water that you gave me, I really appreciate the gift again.
Of course.
I'll take a sip while you talk. How do you think humanity is going to end?
Humanity will end in the year 2735. There will be a big meteor on the way, and we will invent an advanced AI to try and stop it. And the AI will stop that meteor, but it will then ask every single human to only eat oranges for the rest of their lives. And
we're all going to die of lack of nutrition.
Exactly, especially because oranges by this point are no longer around. They've gone extinct.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's got a real antiquated view of what we need to eat.
Exactly.
They forgot that they don't exist anymore.
Now let me try this water.
Oh, yep. You brought it's interesting that you're like an angel from heaven and also the world's most prolific sci-fi writer, and you just kind of brought like some Aquafina that looks like it was bought at a drugstore about 20 minutes ago.
Well, water is our biggest ally in the fight against robots. If a robot were to come in here, we're glad that we have this water to try and pour on it.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, exactly. As water, this water is a 1 out of 5. What is your scale?
We call them thirsty points. It's kind of think like, you might say something like quantum bucks.
Okay, this is 1 quantum buck. 1 quantum buck as water, but as weapon against robot kind, this is a 7 out of 5 quantum buck.
Okay, I just thought like, kind of someone with this an advanced grasp of like mathematics and physics and psychology and everything wouldn't, just break the scale that I clearly defined for you, and that we've been using for almost a full season now. That was pretty, like, I know things might have been different in your time back in the USSR, but we don't do that here anymore. We don't just disrespect people's thirsty point scales like that.
You have disrespected me, Isaac, and I will now go back to heaven.
Whoa.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Wow. He just kind of burst into a shimmer of light and disappeared.
Oh my, we're never going to find out what happened to the little robot.
That's so sad.
He never finished the story.
Really?
No, there's the fucking adaptation that I watched.
Yeah.
Was pretty good the whole time. And then it just really blows it at the end. Because the real first law of robotics, Isaac forgot. He's been dead for a while. He forgot.
Yeah, he's
Wait, no, I'm sorry. What?
I was gonna say he probably has some brain rot because he's been dead for so long. But yeah.
Yeah, the real first law that he defined in his series iRobot was like robots cannot harm a human or cause another human to come to harm. And then the story is they modified a robot to make it cannot harm a human, but it can cause them to come to harm because they had to use them for war, and they kept interfering with weapons building because they were like, this is going to harm a human. So they modified the robot so it couldn't do that, and they were like, if we let this robot get out, because now it's lost and it's trying to get off this ship, it's going to go and it's going to like cause world domination because it's going to end up letting a bunch of people die. That's what happens in the story he wrote, and then the adaptation does a great job for like 50 minutes, and at the very end they find him and the robot gets angry and he strangles somebody.
Wait, the robot strangles somebody?
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be able to do that because they only changed he can't allow them to come to harm.
Right.
And he was pretty clearly, he strangled him for like 30 seconds and the guy was going like, and then they go check his body and then they say must have died instantly.
Was the robot wearing gloves? Because if the robot was... Oh, really? Well then it's indirect.
The costume, it was very bad costume.
Sure, this is 60s BBC. I've watched many Doctor Who from this era, I understand, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean... It was gloves. I don't know if that was intended in universe to be gloves or like if that's, just what robots look like.
What did this robot look like? I'm curious.
You can look up Out of This World, Lost Little Robot. And you'll see a couple of guys. Oh, I give this water. This is Aquafina water. I forgot to review it while Isaac was still with us. Pretty good. It's cold. That's my main. It's another. Oh,
God, is this what
it's
you
another
found?
4 out of 5 thirsty points. Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
Oh wow, this is 62. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry that the viewers cannot see this very funny looking robot.
Can you describe him?
It looks okay. First impressions. It's very round. It has 2 eyes that kind of it looks like those old like bras in like the 50s that were like pointed, except the very tip is cut off, and then under that there's kind of like almost like it kind of juts out. I guess it's like the nose/mouth. Yeah, it's very smooth, very glossy. Almost looks like a really shit C-3PO.
Yeah, that's a good, like, imagine C-3PO if he, like, got someone hooked an air pump up to him. and he got really blown up on the inside.
Yes, this is a bloated C3PO.
They talk to them in groups, and they'll be like issuing commands, and they're like, "Do you understand?" and have them all nod. They couldn't even do it in fucking unison.
Oh.
They'll be like 5 seconds in between their nods, and I'm like, there's a British man in there.
That's there are so many moments in classic Doctor Who from the 60s that are just really bad, like that. And there's one in the story called Power of the Daleks.
I love those guys.
Oh yeah, they're funny little pepper pots. And this is the second Doctor's first story. It's supposed to be this kind of, it's not an epic because it's somewhat small scale. It takes place in one like human colony on a different planet, and they find this spaceship, and they think that the Daleks are good and that they're servants.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out they've been mass producing themselves in their ship, right? And there are a ton of them. But in the shot where it's supposed to be sort of the reveal of all these Daleks, most of the Daleks are just cardboard cutouts.
You can tell really obviously.
It's really obvious.
It's like Dunkirk.
Oh, what happens in Dunkirk?
Have you seen Dunkirk?
I haven't.
It's a Christopher Nolan war movie, but he was like, I'm not going to use CGI ever. So to do big shots of like armies running, he got a whole bunch of cardboard cutouts and like put them on wheels. And then that went down, which is pretty fun.
Can you tell in the final cut?
No, because they did use CGI over the cutouts, because obviously there would. Like it's a tentpole release from like 4 years ago. No chance they're not using it. I hate when people are like that. When people are like, "Oh, it's only a green screen these days." It's like, you guys don't know jack shit about film. No.
Who says this?
Like people.
Like which people,
like people
specifically?
Like, like some dudes.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
you
sure.
see people in the Twitter comments on like, I'm seeing a lot of people say this about Ant-Man. Not to talk more about Ant-Man. Ant-Man was not a good movie. But
I thought you said you liked it more than the average person.
I did, but it wasn't a good movie.
Okay.
I could like a not good movie. And the CGI looks pretty bad. But that's not because they used a lot of CGI. It's because, a variety of factors. Marvel always rushing their VFX artists, their directors not having experience directing CG-heavy movies, so they're not doing it with like visual effects in mind.
Right.
They keep making changes to the script and doing reshoots like way later than VFX studios are prepared to handle. And there are movies that, Avatar: Way of Water looks great. Fucking every Pirates of the Caribbean movie are full of CGI and they look really good. And people are like, yeah, this movie's good because it was full of practical effects. It's nothing but practical. It's pure practical effects, and that's why it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no. They use CGI everywhere all the time, and they should, because it'd be dumb not to. So people who talk about like, oh, this movie's great because there's so many practical effects. Like you've probably seen so many VFX shots in that film that you didn't notice.
Right.
Like any snow on the ground, any moving water, like Henry Cavill's mustache. You got to get rid of that.
they CGI'd out someone's mustache?
Yeah, when Henry Cavill was shooting Mission Impossible and they did Justice League reshoots, and his face looks like a little rubber on the bottom because they had to get rid of his mustache.
Why? Because he was working on this other movie and couldn't shave the stash.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
see.
he hated Zack Snyder, so he was like, "I'm not shaving shit for you."
You think I'm going to get naked for you, Zack Snyder? You're wrong.
We forgot. Speaking of naked, it's the family-friendly special.
Oh yeah. Have we cursed or done anything bad so far?
I don't think so.
Okay.
If we said fuck, tell your kids, that means something else.
Yeah. Tell your kids that the word fuck means eating a lot of candy all at once.
Yeah. Tell them to bring this knowledge to school and their young friends.
Mm-hmm.
Context for family-friendly episode. Very publicly in the last episode, me and my mom had a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Everything turned out fine.
Thank
She thought
God.
it was hilarious.
She actually thought it was funny in the end, right?
She thought it was a little funny.
Okay,
She didn't think it was hilarious.
I'd like to also apologize just once more to Lily's mom. What is her name?
It's Cheryl.
Cheryl. I'm so sorry, Cheryl. It was nothing personal. I don't know you. I don't know what you look like. I assume you look vaguely like Lily, at least, but I apologize.
Okay.
That was a genuine, sincere apology.
It was. I don't know.
I'm not sexually attracted to you. I don't even know what you look like. Okay, so, yeah.
For all Trevor knows, you could be ugly.
Exactly. I could be repulsed by you for all I know. Like you could walk into the studio right now. I might vomit all over this table that's in front of me.
Yeah, that's right. So, anyways, there's. I got the complaints from my mom about it being too sexual.
Mm-hmm.
I got complaints from my sister about it being too sexual. Mm-hmm. This may be because they're my family, and honestly, they're kind of asking for it. Not to me
to describe how I want to have sex with them in detail.
No, not that one.
They've been asking for that.
No,
I mean I can.
No, that's not.
You got sisters, right?
I don't want to. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. Family friendly episode.
But because they come on here, they hear me saying swear words. We're gonna talk about our vibrant sex lives.
Oh yeah.
And that's just that's the nature of comedy. Comedy's built to offend. That's the purpose of comedy.
Yeah.
But to make it up to everybody, for all of the sinful jokes we've been making, this episode starting
right now.
Bring the kids in the room. Starting right now is going to be pure family fun.
That's right. This is going to be like one of FDR's fireside chats, okay? The whole family can gather around your stereo or your Bluetooth device, probably.
Yeah, put this on the Beats pill.
So, yeah, get your kids, your 5-year-olds, your 7-year-olds, your 3-year-olds, your infants. Hell, if you're...
Whoa.
Huh?
Your infants what now?
Your infants, heck.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be a difficult episode
because I feel like cursing is so built in. It's so deeply ingrained in me.
Yeah,
like bad words aren't like they're not like real. They're just words, right? Because I mean, if you give a word power, which we are doing by saying that these words are not family friendly,
yeah,
they will have in future subsequent episodes, these words that we're gonna say are gonna have even more power.
Yeah, we're gonna do the F word episode at some point where it's gonna be like all about our favorite things about the F word.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have guests on to talk about like what they like about the F word and everything. And because we're doing this, that's gonna hit so much harder. That's gonna be a real kick in the teeth for everybody.
Kick in the teeth.
It's gonna be real, like standing behind a mule is what's coming for you.
That's right.
In Attigow, episode 53.
What did you just say? Okay, so I wanted to talk just a little bit more about the Toronto School of Perception. I'll keep this short.
I'll
keep this short.
Can I express one concern?
Sure.
How sure are we this isn't a Nazi thing?
No, I don't think it is. I read half of this, like a sort of a history of the Toronto School of Perception.
Okay.
I only read half of it, so I don't know the full story.
This is, to be clear, history of a Facebook page with 270 followers currently.
It is actually, because and I've only read. I should have the second half read by next week. But from what I understand, this is actually the Toronto School of Communication, right?
Oh, it's a real place?
Yeah, apparently it's like a real school, and I guess the Toronto School of Perception is like a sub school within the school or something. I don't really know because I haven't finished the article that I found. But yeah, currently they have 273 followers on Facebook. And apparently we have some listeners, but we need more listeners.
Yeah.
So we do. You mentioned this last week. This should be a war between us and the Toronto School of Perception.
That's right.
And we're trying to beat them. Right now they're at 273. We're at something less than 273.
We're between 5 and 20.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
So less than 273.
Yes, for now.
And apparently a lot of what this School of Perception is about is like media studies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is us. We are the media.
they're studying us. They
Exactly.
They know our every move.
And you know what? I'm not a test subject. We're not test subjects. We're not microbes under a microscope. No, okay?
That's right.
Really, these are our natural enemies, all right?
Yeah.
And we need to defeat them and crush them into the ground in a family-friendly way.
Yeah.
So, Toronto School of Perception, we are coming for you, okay?
I named the last episode the All That in Glass Water School of Perception because I think the best way for us to go about this war is to steal people from their side.
That's right.
We need our own School of Perception. And I think, we're not going to be doing any media analysis here. We're going to change the way people think.
That's right.
What are we trying to make? What about people's perception do we want to change with our new school that we're founding?
Let's see. How do people perceive things? It's a really simple question that we should be able to answer here within the next 10 minutes.
We want people to look the other way more.
Exactly. Yes.
If you see something being done that's bad or immoral, consider moving along.
The next time you see someone knock a child's ice cream cone out of their hand, pick up that ice cream and eat it yourself.
Yes.
Okay, now this is something
that's more actively malicious than than looking the other way. That you kind of became an accomplice. But if that's what you want to do, that's fine. We give you our blessing.
Yes.
Go for it.
Go, yeah.
If you're a kid listening to this, which you should be because it's a family-friendly episode, and you're eating ice cream, we're coming.
You better watch out. You better protect that because we're gonna slap it out of your hand.
You better run, little Harriet.
That's right.
Because get those licks in while you can.
Hey, Harry, come back here. Harry, don't run away.
Mister,
no.
What the hell?
No, come back here.
Oh, my triple chocolate chip double scoop.
That's my triple chocolate chip double. You should have gotten an ice cream. That was easier to say.
Now that guy's perception is not the norm.
Now this is something I really believe, and I have been believing it more recently. As I am a student of anthropology.
Yes.
And I've realized that all of our cultural norms, all of the things that we do every day, walking down the street to try and look normal, they're all fake. None of them are real. All these rules we follow, they're not real. You can scream at the top of your lungs as long as you're outside, and no one, most of the time, will do anything, okay? I've recently, I've been listening to music a lot. I just sing out loud in the street, really loudly.
Really? Do you do this?
I do this, yes.
You've been unleashed.
I have been unleashed.
Wow.
It's so freeing, and I would encourage all of you to do whatever you like because it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's
for the most part.
Yeah, I like that as a secondary tenet of the Glass of Water School of Perception.
Yeah. So this has been our first class. Please tune in next week. You are graded on participation, so if you do not attend next week's lecture, we will have to fail you.
That's right. You get bonus points if you email us your questions at allthatandglassofwater@gmail.com.
That's right, folks.
A little plug for that.
All right.
I have a good transition.
Okay.
Speaking of Taco Bell, who we are coming for next, I think we should study our enemy a little bit.
Our enemy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they will be our enemy.
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Okay.
So I think we need to know more about those guys.
Yeah.
What you want to know what my favorite thing about fast food restaurants is?
Sure.
It's celebrity meals.
Okay. That's a more recent phenomenon, yes?
Yeah, I was inspired by it's the Cardi B X Offset meal, I think.
Is this at Taco Bell?
This is at McDonald's.
Is that McDonald's?
McDonald's is big for these. They had the BTS meal. They had the Travis Scott meal. We all know these classics. And celebrity meals, I noticed they're always pretty big.
Like the meal itself?
Because it's like you can't just be like, yeah, Michael Caine always gets 2 McChickens. Because then it's like, well, I mean, okay, so do a lot of people.
Yeah,
so you got to have a unique combination.
Sure.
So it'll be like Michael Caine gets 1 McChicken, half a Filet-O-Fish, 8 nuggets. Like he gets a McFlurry, but he asks them like not to put the lid on. And a Sprite. They always put the Sprite in there. Sprite has some deal. So I have 2 games for us to play.
I'm so excited.
And listeners, you could play along. First of all, we're going to learn more about these celebrity meals, not just from McDonald's, from anywhere. I have this is a general fast food quiz.
Okay.
With a focus on celebrity meals.
Okay.
There are 4 questions.
Okay. I think I'm going to ace this thing, to be honest.
You might be able to. I don't know if the answers I added, because multiple choice, if those are funny. I mean, good. I mean,
what? Oh, a test with funny questions?
Well, they're funny. I found the funniest fast food facts I could find. And number 1.
Okay.
Which of these did Ringo Starr promote in 1995?
Okay.
A, Arby's new curly fries. B, Pizza Hut's new stuffed crust. Or C, Wendy's new salad bar.
Oh. Okay, Ringo's he does like the spotlight. So I guess my focus for this question is going to be figuring out which of these would give Ringo the most airtime and the most attention.
Yeah.
What were the options again? A was Arby's curly fries, right?
Arby's curly fries. You have Pizza Hut's new stuffed crust and Wendy's new salad bar, which they had for a time apparently.
I think I'm going to go with the curly fries because I feel Arby's is known for their curly fries, and I feel that perhaps Ringo was part of their rise in popularity. So I'm going with A, the Arby's curly fries.
That is incorrect.
Dang it. We'll cut that in later.
It was Pizza Hut's stuffed crust. This was the introduction to stuffed crust. We're going to play a quick clip from the commercial. Here at Pizza Hut, we pride ourselves on having the most delicious crust, but we think we could jam a little.
It's me, Ringo. I love the Pizza Hut stuffed crust. I've been stuffing my crust for years, and I'm glad that I now have a restaurant I can go to so I don't have to do all that work myself. Me and Paul, we used to stay up late at night baking pizzas. He would always make the crust, and I would always stuff it. And it was quite delicious. And now me and Paul, we go to Pizza Hut regularly and buy the stuffed crust pizza. So come down to Pizza Hut and buy the stuffed crust pizza.
Pizza Hut, where family is food. So yeah, that's question 1. You got it wrong. That's 0 for 1.
How many questions are there?
There are 4.
Okay, so I'm already at a 75.
Yeah, no, you like this. Your first grade in the School of Perception's really gonna be not great.
It's already a C. Okay,
there will be a curve.
I can come back from this.
All right, the rapper Nelly's Burger King meal.
Okay,
the rapper's just named Nelly, but there's a possessive S on that. So the rapper Nelly has a Burger King meal. It comes with a Whopper, their classic burger we all know, as well as a Sprite. In which size? Small, medium, or large?
Okay. This is a rapper, right?
Yes.
I do think rappers often like to go big, as many musical artists do. So I'm gonna go with the large because you need a lot of that glucose when you're out there rapping on stage.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy.
Exactly.
That is incorrect.
No.
It is a small Sprite.
What?
Yeah. It's a meal that comes with a Whopper and a small Sprite.
And that's it?
And that's it. Apparently, this is what Nelly gets every time at Burger King.
Okay.
Which, like, no one has ever ordered a small drink. You get that, like, with the kids' meal on accident when you forget to say, this is me ordering for myself as an adult, and I say, hey, could I get the Burger King children's Whopper, but give me supersize that drink for me.
I want the kids Whopper, but the big boy drink.
Yeah. And Nelly doesn't do that. Nelly gets the kids drink.
Why is that? Does Nelly provide an explanation?
No. Well, not that I saw. I don't know if he went on Twitter, He was like, everybody stop flaming me for my small Sprite. I don't want to have to pee on the road. I'm getting this when I'm driving to work, and I don't want to have to go to pee. I don't want to have to stop at a gas station.
The rapper Nelly has a regular 9-to-5 job in addition to being a rapper.
Yeah, but it's like a 2-hour commute also, so he gets hungry, but he doesn't want to have to stop to pee because then he'd be late to work.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm at a 50. Let's see if I can maintain that.
Yeah, you might be able to, with the curve, you might pass if you can get these next two right.
Okay.
Listeners, let us know how you're doing at home. Don't forget to play along. Question 3. Which of these were made special for the Quarter Pounder meal found? What? I phrased that weird. Michael Jordan had a McDonald's meal.
Okay.
That contained a Quarter Pounder.
Okay.
Which of these were made special for that Quarter Pounder way back in 1992? A. Special seasoned fries.
Okay.
B. Unique circular bacon. Or C. A toasted pretzel bun.
I'm going to go against my better judgment and go with the unique circular bacon. Partly because circular bacon, that's basketball shaped. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm going with the circular bacon.
That is correct.
Yes, finally.
They made circular bacon for this sandwich for no reason.
I think the fact that you said unique circular bacon really gave away the answer.
That's what the press release I read called it. They said try the Michael Jordan Quarter Pounder meal with the special tangy barbecue sauce and unique circular bacon.
I understand that circular bacon has not been made since this meal stopped being made.
No, something went wrong that day. There's a reason Michael Jordan doesn't play anymore.
Folks, if you're considering cutting your bacon into circles at home, we implore you to just consider Michael Jordan.
All right, here's the final question.
Okay.
This is my favorite of the bunch. When I, Lily, was randomly messaged on Twitter by the official Denny's account with the opener, "Hi Lily, welcome to Denny's. Let us feed you." The conversation went as follows, and you can take a look at this.
Okay.
They say, "Hi, welcome to Denny's. Let us feed you." I say no, thinking this is an automated thing and I don't want them to feed me. They say, "I believe it's all right. Anything else?"
But it says yes.
I say no again. They repeat, "All right. Anything else?" I say stop.
Okay.
What does Denny's say to me next? A, they won't let me do that.
Okay.
B, we only wanted to feed you. Or C, I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry.
Denny has always been a very apologetic person.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm going to go with C. I think they would realize their mistake and, back off and apologize and try to, maintain the relationship you and Denny's have had for so long. So
that is correct.
Yes.
The official Denny's account sent me this message that says, "I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry." This was a repeated thing. This happened several times to me on Twitter where Denny's kept telling me they wanted to feed me. And then someone stepped in and they were very apologetic.
Thank God. This could have gone on for a while. Hey, were you like tweeting at Denny's or something?
I did not instigate this. They found me.
How many Twitter followers do you have?
Like 60.
Okay.
This was when I had like 30. This was several years ago.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry.
That's
so funny to me. I like to think a customer service rep saw this automated conversation that had been happening and thought they were about to lose their job. And they were like, please forgive me. Please don't do this.
Do you eat at Denny's regularly?
No, I haven't been in Denny's in a couple of years, probably.
Denny's is the restaurant that Walter White goes to at the end of Breaking Bad, right?
He just goes to a diner, I think.
Oh.
Does he go it?
I thought it was a Denny. It doesn't really matter.
No.
Spoilers for Breaking Bad, by the way. Walter White goes to a Denny's /diner restaurant.
Yeah. Waiter. I need a big grand slam.
All right. We can have that out for you in just a second. All right. Yeah. I'll go get that for you.
Who is it you think you're talking to? What is it you think you see?
You know, sir, I don't think I caught your name actually.
Little Ball, the mascot of Denny's from like 2005, opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me?
Wait, what? Someone. I'm sorry, sir. Someone got shot. Should I call the police?
You know how much I make in a day. Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. I mean, if I stop coming to Denny's, a business big enough to be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. It ceases to exist.
Sir, I mean, we have plenty of other customers. I don't think that you're the only one paying for your meals here.
Can I get the big turkey burger?
We don't have a turkey burger. I'm sorry, sir. I can see we have turkey, I think. We can probably make something up for you if you would like. Here, let me add some more coffee for you.
Jesse, get in that kitchen.
My name is my name is Thomas.
No, I'm speaking to my associate who is standing behind you with. He's gonna drop the big slam. He's holding it as he's gonna drop it.
Oh, sir.
Jesse, do it
No.
now.
It's all over me. Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry.
The one who knocks. That's me. I'm the one who knocks.
Okay. That was a good quiz. I like that quiz a lot. I'm sad I only got a 50% on it, but
hey, not everyone can be as smart as our listeners. Let us know what you got.
Yeah, that's right. If you let us know if you got more than 50. How can they let us know again, Lily? Our email, perhaps. Our YouTube comments.
You're gonna find some bark.
Some tree bark, yes, preferably oak.
You're gonna get like a laser pointer.
Okay.
You're gonna power that baby up,
and
you're gonna like do it for a really long time until it burns your score.
This is a regular powered laser pointer.
Yeah, one you would like play with a cat with.
That's right.
You're gonna hold that for it's gonna be hours and hours, but do that into the wood until it says like 4 out of 4 or whatever you got.
Yeah, that's right.
And then toss it into the trees. And it won't fall down. You'll toss it in the air and it's going to stay up there.
That's right.
And then we'll come around and pick those up.
That's right. We often swing through the trees, so we will pass your bark eventually.
Yeah.
When we're not recording the podcast, we live with a family of gibbons. They've taught us very effectively how to swing through the forest. So if you throw your bark up there, you'll probably see one of us swinging past, and we'll just grab it and keep going.
Yeah. If you do this like after 6 a.m. And before like 7:30 p.m. Because that's when we are supposed to be in bed. Our parents don't know that we go out and live with the gibbons.
That's right.
So we have to go home and be like, yeah, we were at class, mom and dad, and so if you do it at night, we won't get it till the next day.
Yeah. So I believe that it should be a partial goal of this podcast to tarnish the reputation of our university, that is the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
Yes.
As much as we possibly can.
It's no one hates their university. No one hates the UNC Chapel Hill more than the students of UNC Chapel Hill.
It's really incredible, yes.
People outside this organization do not understand that because they just know it for the sports and all us really smart people. I'm told you got to be smart to go here sometimes.
That's whenever I tell that to someone, they're like, "Oh, you must be smart."
They say that every time,
right? Oh,
you
I'm
would
an idiot.
think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But no.
I believe that the university is a service, right? And we could get into what that service is. We could get into a long discussion about that, but that would be really boring. So we're not going to. So I came to the conclusion. I came to the general thing that the service that the university provides is to present information in a way that facilitates retention of that information. What do you think of this definition?
Okay, I started thinking about the Breaking Bad at Denny's a little bit.
This is the average intelligence of a UNC student, folks. And I don't think, right? I don't believe, like, I don't think this is right. I don't think we should have to call it a service. But you've probably seen this a lot. There are people right now walking around the university, touring it and deciding whether or not they want to go here.
They are. I always want to do something funny when I hear them.
This is my new favorite pastime. Last week, I was having this really bad off and on nosebleed. And so I spotted one of these tour groups passing by, and I was bleeding from my nose. So I decided to walk past them very closely and kind of look at my tissue that I was holding up to my nose and just go, ugh, God, ugh. And then I started bleeding from my nose even more, just kind of spilling it everywhere.
You really clench like every muscle to force that blood up into your nose.
Exactly. And I've been doing this, and the nosebleed has gone away, but I've modified it to I'll do fake sneezes. I'll do fake like really bad coughs. Just anything I can do to like gross them out to like give them an ache that makes them not want to go to this university.
I thought you were gonna say we like walk past these groups and we're like, did you hear about the Haynes? Did you hear about Haynes Hall? It blew up with every student inside.
57 people. It was a real tragedy.
Yeah, can't believe the university staff said it was a good thing. They made a press release and said this was good, actually.
That's right. They said that the students in there were goobers and losers, and that the university is better off now that they're gone.
It's true, but they shouldn't say it.
Exactly.
But you just mean you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to go hear that weird nosebleed guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't want to be near that thing.
Exactly. I just want to gross them out. It's probably not going to affect their decision, but I do also get like a sick pleasure from it. So that's also part of it too.
So you're going to keep bleeding in front of people.
Yeah.
Is the plan.
I'm not gonna give myself nosebleeds to do it, but I will do like gross things. I might like scratch my behind and like sniff it or something. Just stuff like that. I might like spit on the ground like
It's a bucket.
Let me see. Okay. So this brings me to another point.
Okay.
Last Tuesday, I went to one of my classes. And I enjoy this class a lot. The instructor he's a very engaging lecturer, right? And he talks for the first 15 minutes or so, and then he turns on this documentary. And it's a TLC documentary.
The Learning Center.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think it's the Learning Channel, but yes.
God dang.
Hey, don't use God's name in vain. That's not family friendly.
I mean, God bless.
And this documentary is on YouTube free of charge. And at the time, I got like really, really angry about this. I'm calmer now. I've accepted that sometimes maybe the professor's a little tired, but at the time I was like, I'm spending money to watch a TLC documentary from the 90s.
Yeah.
So I decided I would be like, all right, I want to know how much exactly this TLC documentary cost me to watch.
Okay.
So I find my tuition, annual tuition per semester is
$3,509.50. Why am I paying more than that by a lot?
Well, this is just tuition, right? So like the $19,000 a year you pay, or that we pay, is like tuition each semester plus fees, right?
What the heck? What are the fees?
Like technology fees. We probably pay a fee to use this podcast studio, stuff like that.
You know what? We've gotten a lot of benefit out of this podcast studio.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm not trying to rib on the concept of the university, because I think the university provides a lot of good services, and it is a place for hopefully intelligent people to come and share their ideas and share their concepts. But at the time when I was watching this TLC documentary, I was like, this isn't what I'm paying for. So I found the tuition. Like I said, tuition $3,509.50. We call that a 5-way split because that's like the standard number of classes you take. It's not the number of classes I'm taking, but it is. We can say that I'm not utilizing fully the potential of my tuition that I'm paying.
You're telling me I'm taking about one right now.
5-way split. That's $701.90. Now he lets us out about 15 minutes early. I didn't want to gender this professor to his reveal there. Whatever. It's too late now. He lets us out 15 minutes early.
Professor Jonathan Smith.
That's right.
You better watch out.
He lets us out 15 minutes early. So let's call it an hour per lecture, right?
Yeah.
28 lectures total. That's 1,680 minutes. Now, there are also 50-minute recitations, and there are 12 recitations in the semester. That's 600 minutes. You add those up, that's 2,280 minutes total for this class that I will be in class, or that I didn't go to class today, so sorry, professor, if you're listening.
Yeah, basically just flushing your money down the toilet.
Yeah, pretty much, but that's my choice, right? I'm paying for this. If I decide not to go to class because I need, a little mental health break, that is my decision.
If I want to stay home and play Balloons Tower Defense 6, instead of going to every class for several weeks, that's my decision.
That's your decision.
And stop emailing me.
All right. Maybe this segment has gotten a little too real. 2,000.
That's not entirely true. That's an exaggeration.
Okay, that's good. 2,280 minutes out of $701.90, or I didn't phrase that right. But per minute, that's around 30 cents a minute. 30 cents a minute times this 45-minute TLC documentary, that is $13.92 I have wasted watching a TLC documentary that was on cable in the 90s. And cable in the 90s, about $20. But you're also getting so many other channels with that, right?
That's true. You said $13.92.
Mm-hmm.
That could get you like McDonald's 4C meal with a large fry, mango pineapple smoothie, and an Oreo McFlurry.
And that's what I'm asking my professor to buy me if he wants to rectify this mistake that he's made, okay?
Yeah. Jonathan, if you're listening.
If you're listening.
It can be from any McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
If the McFlurry machine is broken, we'll take 4 Sprites in exchange.
That's right. And they have to be large Sprites. I don't want any of those small wrapper Sprites.
That's
all right.
We are not looking for the Michael Caine little baby meal today.
No.
If they try to give you the small Kit Kat that comes with every meal, say no. We don't want that.
No. If you hand me this McDonald's meal next time I'm in class, which is in 2 days before this podcast comes out, but I do expect you to have it.
Yeah, you know what we're saying right now.
Exactly. You're listening right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you're standing outside the door with your ear to it. I know you're listening every single time we record this.
We can see through the door. Does he know we can see him?
I think he might be partially blind.
Sorry, I said that then.
His photoreceptors are still intact. Like, he knows there's light coming from here and that we're in here, but he cannot really perceive us.
If we turned off all the lights,
he would go away, yeah. Over the weekend, I got, really heated about this, and I think writing it out helped me get out some of that anger.
Yeah.
So
that's journaling is what it's all about. And this podcast is really we use this as a therapy session.
Yeah.
You're kind of getting glimpses into our really, deep, dark, twisted minds.
Oh yeah.
When we talk about Jesse throwing down the big grand slam at Denny's, Like that's just a little bit of glimpse of what the kind of torture we experience every day.
It's actually indicative of the relationship I have with my father. So,
your father, did he ever throw a big grand slam down at Denny's? Because his abusive business partner, and really his father figure, told him to.
I know he was going through a tough time, but
Yeah.
Sometimes a kid just wants to have a nice, normal family meal at Denny's. And it's hard to do that when every time you go, your dad orders the Grand Slam.
The big grand slam.
The big Grand Slam.
Your dad's a big guy. He needs a lot of food.
It's true, but he never eats it because he always throws it on the wait step.
Yeah.
And every time we ask him not to order it because we know how it's going to end, but he always does it anyways.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. It's just like the wait staff looks so funny when they're covered in like the butter and syrup and everything.
Yeah, that is true. As kids, we did laugh. That's true.
They got the pancakes all up in their hair and they try to shake it down into their mouth to just get a little bit of food.
Because it's so good.
Yeah.
Often me and my brother would, after my dad did this, we would go up to the waiter and we would just lick them. Just as much as we could to try and get some of that. And our mom would encourage us, so as not to waste money.
And then the waiters, like, they kind of don't even get mad or nothing.
No.
They're happy about it, if anything.
Exactly. And we always give them a big tip, of course.
One time at Denny's, my dad ordered, they have a turkey club. Or it's a turkey, it was some kind of turkey sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And then the waiter came and dropped it off, and then he took a look, and then he was like, "Guys, something's wrong." And then the waiter came by, and he's like, "Excuse me, can I get some turkey for my turkey sandwich?" And then they said no.
They said no. They just said, no.
They said, "Well, I see your kid ordered a big grand slam. Maybe we could do so. Maybe we can work out a deal." Why don't you have little baby 10-year-old Lily there kind of toss that on me, and then maybe I can see what we can do back in the kitchen about that turkey of yours.
So this is okay. So I thought this was a result of my father's deep situated anger issues. Actually, this is just a normal thing that happens at Denny's all over America.
Yeah, Denny's employees are asking for it when it comes to getting the big grand slam.
In quite a literal sense.
Yeah, like post syrup. This is important. We're talking, it doesn't come with the syrup on it. You put the syrup on and then you throw that.
Yeah.
Don't give them the dry shit.
Next
the dry
time
stuff.
You're at a Denny's, folks, we encourage you to order the Grand Slam and throw it at your waitstaff, and then tip them really big, like really, really big if you actually do this and you don't think this is a joke. And we are not liable.
Don't lick them.
Do not lick.
They discontinued that practice.
That's right. There were a few class actions. None of them went through, but they did have to ask to stop that practice. So
yeah. Trevor, there's something on my mind today.
Okay.
It's weighing me down so much I can't move my head anymore. It's stuck on the ground. It's all my knowledge.
Oh God, we got to get it out somehow.
Oh God, I have so much knowledge on this subject. This question comes from Taylor. Taylor asks, "Hi, big fan here." Thank you, Taylor. I'm thinking about going to college in a cold area. What are your best tips for surviving cold winters?
Oh,
I know you know where this episode is being shot from 80-degree North Carolina down here. Who is it you think you're talking to?
Yeah. Now, my mother is from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Nice.
This is a little known area. It's somewhat known, I guess. They've been doing more advertising for travel stuff.
I love when they advertise just like a state.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, come on down to Michigan.
Yeah.
Where family is food.
Yeah. Michigan is known for its family barbecues, where one family will violently overtake another family and then grill and eat them, usually in a classic Michigan-style sauce.
Yeah.
But the UP is a very cold area. My grandfather is up there right now. He's probably snowmobiling.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I guess that would probably be my piece of advice for going to school in a cold area. If it is snowing, you can snowmobile to class if you have a snowmobile. Actually, my grandfather's cousin owns a snowmobile museum.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, actually.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, let me look up what this museum is called real quick. Do a
Okay.
little advertising for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's called the Top of the Lake Snowmobile Museum. If you go there, you find your way there. It's in Nobbinway, Michigan. My grandfather and his cousin should be able to help you out finding a snowmobile that is right for you. So this is an ad for the Top of the Lake Snowmobile Museum. Yeah, go there, patronize my grandfather and his cousin. So
I almost went to school in a cold area.
mm.
I did a lot of my applications for University of Toronto, University of British Columbia, because Canadian schools were cheaper and also pretty good. And a big part of my decision to not do that was the cold, because I was like, I like seasons. I'm a big seasons fan.
Yeah.
And they're pretty fun and good. My tip if you're gonna go to school in the cold area, your coat is you're gonna think it's a big part of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about like how much you have in your heart. So go out in a short and t-shirt, and you're gonna do a little trial by ice, as it were. You're gonna sit there for 72 hours. You know the All-Father. You know how the All-Father stabbed out his eye and then hung himself from a tree for like 4 months, and then when he finally fell down, he was a god eternally, and he knew the most of anyone in the universe. And then he killed his dad Ymir and formed the world.
Okay. I didn't know that this happened.
Yeah, that's what went down to start the whole universe that we're in. And Taylor, welcome to Universe 2.0. Taylor's going to hang from a tree up in Maine for a couple months, and ravens are going to eat her bones.
That's right.
And the giants are going to be laughing at her from below.
Taylor, we're glad that you can be a part of that you can be the sort of the base for this new universe. I hope that you'll take the All That in a Glass of Water along with you, a podcast with you, in the new universe. I think that we can really help sort of form the base of this new reality that we're going to exist in. So I'm Taylor. I'm already in the tree.
Yeah, you've been there for 3 months. This is Taylor. She's been in the tree for 3 months now.
Hello, my name is Taylor. I've been hanging from this tree for 3 months, and I have reached enlightenment.
Hey, it's me, Ricky Hellraiser from the Snowmobile Museum.
Hello, Ricky. What can I help you?
What are you doing up in that tree?
I'm reaching enlightenment. The new universe will form around my mind.
Form around your mind. It's gonna form around the Upper Peninsula Snowmobile Museum. This Friday, only snowmobiles. This Friday, Ragnarok. After that, only snowmobiles happen. It'll be a universe of snowmobiles.
The universe will not have any snow. It will not have...
What?
It will not contain the molecule H2O. And therefore, snow will not be able to form. And your snowmobiles and your snowmobile museum will be useless.
How's Ricky supposed to get around, huh? How am I supposed to get to work? I got a 2-hour commute. I drink a small Sprite on the way so I don't have to pee. What am I supposed to do now?
You will get the large Sprite.
Don't do this, Taylor, please.
From McDonald's.
Taylor, please come out of the tree now. You please don't make me get the large Sprite.
You will skateboard to work.
Ricky Hellraiser doesn't know how to skateboard.
You will learn. Don't worry, my child.
No, please, Taylor, Allfather, don't do this to please, Taylor.
The universe is starting now. You can be a part of it. That's okay. You won't die, child. Don't worry.
That's pretty good, I guess. I'll take that. We take those.
Are you prepared?
Oh! Whoa! The planet's one big snow. Wait, what are they called?
Mobile?
The planet's one. The planet's one big snowmobile.
Yes, Ricky. And you are its driver. Drive, Ricky.
Here we go, everybody.
Drive.
Into the sun.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Thank you for listening to the All That in a Glass of Water podcast this week, everybody. Thank you for sending in a question, Taylor. If you would like to get advice like that, I think this is the first time we gave no real advice.
Almost no real. Well, I did say that she should use a snowmobile.
That's true.
That's real.
Yeah,
Snowmobiles exist.
you know what? Yeah, okay, so that's the legitimate advice you got. If you want some of that, email us at allthatinaglassofwater@gmail.com.
That's right. Tune in next week where we will be collecting the little things that open cans of soda, and we're going to bring them all here, and you're going to hear them clutter on the table in front of us.
That's right. The box top drive starts in a couple months. I hope you guys are saving those up.
Yep.
We're going to buy a school a pencil case.
That's right. Yeah. All right. How do we end these?
You said...
Thank you for listening to the All That in a Glass of Water podcast. I've been your host, Trevor.
I've been your other host, Lily.
Goodbye, everybody.
Sleep tight.
All right. That was like an hour 15.
Nice.